Welcome to Nom Nom Nerd, where we cook smart, we cook safe, and we cook fun. Today's episode, we're going to be making stuffed peppers. I love stuffed peppers, but when I was young, I wasn't too big because I never really figured out what they were. But as I got older and had met some friends that could make amazing stuffed peppers, I really got into it and I enjoy making them myself. This recipe that I'm doing is actually inspired by a friend that used to make stuffed peppers. I mean, amazing stuffed peppers back in the day. So we're going to whip up some amazing stuffed peppers. So for this, we're going to need our peppers. We're going to need some oil. We're going to need water, a lime, an onion, some mozzarella cheese, some jambalaya mix. It's a pre-made, comes with the spices and the rice already in there, and our hamburger. So we're going to put our half cup of hamburger in a pan and get that going while we prep our other stuff. We're also going to get a pot and we're going to put 2.5 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of oil in there and get that going as well, so we can get that to a boil so we can put our jambalaya mix in there and get the meat and the jambalaya mix put together. Okay, so we're going to get our peppers ready. While we're doing that, we're going to put our hamburger, our half cup of hamburger, in a pan and start getting that cooked. We're also going to get our 2.5 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of oil going in a pot so we can get that to a boil, so we can get our mix in there, and when the hamburger is done, get that mix together. So we're going to prep our peppers. We want to make sure we get the stickers out there. We don't want no stickers. Stickers don't taste good. And we're just going to cut the edge, and then we're going to take a spoon and we're going to core out the center of this pepper. We want to make sure we get all the seeds out of there, because that's where our mixture is going to go for our stuffed pepper. Now we got all 3 of our peppers done. So now all we're going to do is cut our lime in half. And guys, remember, knives are sharp. Be careful when you're messing with a knife. You don't want to catch your fingers or anything like that or hurt yourself. Stir a hamburger. And children, if you're doing this, please have an adult around. You don't want to hurt yourself, and we don't want to see no accidents. So we're doing that. We're waiting for our water to boil. We're mixing up our hamburger to get it done. And while that's cooking, we're actually going to take this lime and we're going to squeeze that over the hamburger. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to squeeze that over the hamburger. You guys don't have to pull it off the stove. Don't pull it from the stove. And if you're going to handle the pots or the pans, please wear mitts. Be careful. Don't get your hands too close to the stove. You don't want to burn yourself. Like I said, we don't want to see no accidents. Here at Nom Nom Nerd, we cook smart, we cook safe, and we cook fun. It's always about smart, safe, and fun. Our water is boiling. So we're going to take our mix, which is the jambalaya mix. You can use any mix that you want. I just use jambalaya mix. 1, it tastes good, and 2, it's easy. So we're just going to take that and mix that in there. And we're going to reduce our heat because we don't want it to burn. mix that up. And this is going to cook until it's well mixed and until the rice is nice and fluffy. As you see right now, it has a very hard, substance to it. So we're going to get that cooked and get it all nice and fluffy. And then over here, we got our hamburger cooking. Like I said, make sure, be careful. You want to mash it up, make sure it's all separated. We got the hamburger, we got the lime, we want the lime to cook in there. And while these are going, we're going to chop up some onion because we're going to put some onion in there for flavoring and texture. Our hamburger's almost done, so we want to get our onion chopped up and get it in there because before it gets fully done. You want to mix that with the hamburger and the lime. You shouldn't need a lot of onion. I'm only doing 1/4 of onion because you don't want to overpower your stuffed pepper. So remember, like I said, watch out for your fingers. We don't want to get no fingers. We don't want nobody to get hurt. So you'll need a full onion, but we're only going to use 1/4 of it. We're going to mix that in. And since it is done, we're going to take it off the burner. We don't want it to cook any longer because we don't want overcooked meat. And all we're doing now is waiting for our jambalaya mix to finish. And then we can put that with the hamburger because that'll thicken up. And we're going to put it in the pepper, get that in the oven. And halfway through the process, we're going to cover it with mozzarella cheese and some seasoning. And it'll be a big, full pepper of yummy, yummy goodness. Our jambalaya mix with the rice is getting thickened. While it's doing that, we're going to take a pan, we're going to spray it down, and we're going to get our peppers in there. These we're going to fill them. Now, your peppers are probably not going to stay up straight, but we have a little deal for that. We're going to put toothpicks in the sides of the peppers, connecting them so they make a stable place for your peppers so they will cook correctly. Now, putting the toothpicks in here will not hurt your peppers, so you're fine. You don't got to worry about it. When you're done cooking, you can pull them right out. So don't be like, oh, it's got to have a woody flavor or this or this. No, it's not. You're fine. You will be quite all right. See, so we have that, so they're all together, so they can stand up while it's cooking. And all we're waiting for now is our jambalaya mix to get finished so we can put the hamburger, the lime, and the onion together in our peppers and top it with mozzarella and get it in the oven. While it's cooking, we're going to set our oven to 350 and let it preheat so it will be ready when we need to put our stuffed peppers into the oven. Our rice is getting almost done. We don't want to cook it all the way because we don't want to have super mushy rice. So we're going to take that. We're going to put our lime and the hamburger and onion in there. Any excess, just clean up your stove. And we're going to get that mixed up. And we're going to take that off the heat. We're going to get it all mixed up and get it into our peppers. Okay, so we have our rice and the hamburger and the mix all done. We are going to take that and we're going to put that in our peppers. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Get the filter with the top a little bit over. If you do have some extra, you can still serve it in a side dish. Maybe you can make a nice Spanish casserole. And if you're wondering if the toothpicks are going to catch the mixture, not really. It'll slide past it. It's alright. So we got that in there. Always be safe. Use your mitt. And now we're going to get the cheese on top of it. Now that we got our pepper stuffed, we are going to put our mozzarella over it. Make sure to clean your hands. We don't want dirty hands. Just get it nice so it puts a nice little melted mixture over the top. Nice little coating when we dig into it. There we go, and we're going to put that in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes or until done. After 30 minutes, we have pulled our stuffed peppers out. There's a nice, lovely little crust. If you're wondering if yours comes out a little bit darker, it's because I used frozen mozzarella. You can use frozen mozzarella, or you can use, room temperature mozzarella or freezer or whatever you choose. It might just come out a little bit darker, but it has a nice little crust. We topped it with some Italian seasoning, and the pepper is just nice and soft. And when you cut into it and bite into it, there'll be a little bit of crunch, but not a super crunch. It'll just be that nice happy medium. So after your peppers have cooled down, you'll want to be careful and separate them and get the toothpicks pulled out. Just throw them in the trash, and then you will be left with an amazing stuffed pepper. Look at that, guys. That is amazing. We have our nice pepper. We have our mix of our jambalaya mix with the hamburger that had the onions and the lime in it. And then we have that nicely cooked mozzarella cheese on top for a delicious stuffed pepper. Oh my God. Just so good. It looks so good. They smell so good, they taste so good. Like I said, this recipe is inspired by a friend of mine, and I don't know if I got the exact ingredients, but the taste is like dead on. I mean, it's amazing. And this is great for dinners, parties, gatherings. I mean, it's you just can't lose with it. I mean, it's so good. The presentation is awesome. It's just yummy. Awesome. So, till next time, guys, this is Nom Nom Nerd, where we cook smart, we cook safe, and we cook fun. Always. Remember to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/NomNomNerd, or here on YouTube, where you can like and subscribe. And if you guys have any ideas or anything you would like to see me make, please leave a comment below, and we will do that. Till next time, Nom Nom Nerd.